Going out to paint always brings me the same overwhelming feeling from all these subjects that are available. Not only that, but what is a good subject? What makes it good or bad? Will it help me improve, or is it a waste of my time? Today I'm gonna go over 3 things that I look for while picking a subject, so sit back and relax as you watch me paint and I tell you what these 3 things are. The very first one is called familiarity. You know those days that you're just not feeling confident in your painting, or maybe you're having a bad day? These are the days that I try to look for something familiar, something that I am already good at painting, a subject that I've painted many times and I can confidently tackle. It's already hard enough to paint outdoors, so when you're having a bad day, this is a good way to look for a subject and know that you're gonna make the best out of your day. However, today I did not pick this method, and I will tell you which method I picked. But now we're gonna go on to number 2, which is inspiration. Just as we can get overwhelmed by the amount of subjects that we can get to paint, we can also get extremely excited about all that surrounds us. Or not. Let me give you an example of what could inspire me regardless of the subject. Anything architectural or cityscape like is hardly able to inspire me. However, seeing the long shadows that dash across the street and onto an adjacent building could be enough. Or in the case of this house, the shadows made by the trees and how vibrant the colors are in contrast of the shadows and light is something that I find very special. Particularly when light seems like it glows, and of course it glows because it is light, but when it's being reflected and that object seems to glow, that's where I find it to be very inspiring and I want to try to mimic that. And the way to do that would be to have my values right, but that's a conversation for another video. A third way to find your perfect subject is to look at the bigger shapes, which are the light and shadow shape. When we divide a landscape into just 2 shapes, our mind is able to read it better, and it also translates better to a painting that is very visually pleasing. Don't take my word for it. Great artists like Skip Lawrence, Andy Evenson, Joseph Spokvik, and others tend to paint masses of mid-value shapes, and then decorate them with touches of dark detail and some highlights. While this might be easier said than done, it is nothing that some practice and consistency can't fix. I personally started applying this last method very recently, and I'm still on my learning phase. Today's painting was a mix of inspiration and the last method. I am not very familiar with painting houses in perspective, and that's why this didn't turn out so well, but that's the process, and I'm here to learn. Let me know in the comments below if you suspected that those were the 2 methods I used today. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. Now that you know how to pick your subject, painting the perfect picture isn't always gonna end up as you want it. At least this didn't happen for me, and you can watch this video to figure out why.